Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Oh, come on, you serious? Hey, all you Wookiee warriors, how you guys doing today? So today's video is a little bit different, but similar to what we've done in the past, where I talk about like some of the things I've collected, my collector's items. I thought I'd share a little story with you. Talk about this one of my favorite game consoles aside from the ones I play. Back in the heyday, I know we're going back, but I was playing this game console, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. You know, I gotta give you guys that suspension. That, what is he talking about? Kind of deal, you know. Anyway. I would play this a lot. Like, I would go to parks, play this. I would go, when I'm in the car, I would play this. When I was in my room, I would play this. And that console was the PSP. Yes, the PSP. I'm very excited to have one again. I'll tell you guys why I say again. But I thought the PSP was a very cool concept because back in the day, at that time, they only came out. There was only a few portable consoles at that time. It was like the SP, which was like the Game Boys. I think the DSs were starting to come around. And I thought the reason that I say this is because I felt that this was very different than what Sony has done in the past. Or actually, it was very unique for any other console because of the UMDs, which were these little discs right here. They came with these little protective cartridges, I feel. And I wish they would have stayed with it and maybe improved upon it versus going in with those little tiny cards. Because I gotta tell you, I mean, you still you could lose this, but it seems like the cards would be a lot more. You'd lose them more, and I felt that they were going a little bit too far away from what PlayStations were when they decided to go with the little tiny cards, and they were trying to mimic Nintendo. But let me tell you guys why I'm excited. I was excited to get this again. So when I was younger, I loved the PSP. As I said, I loved it. It went with me everywhere. And I had to make a choice. Because when I was younger, I wasn't given an allowance. I wasn't doing yard work to do any of that. I had to wait for my birthday to see if I could do it, but it was past my birthday, and I wanted to get a game. And you know, the funny thing is, I don't remember what game it was anymore. But I traded my PSP and my games in to get this game, and I'm thinking back to myself. I'm like, you know what? I probably should not have traded that in. And I finally got one. I finally found one that was available, and it's really in good condition. Like, you wouldn't be able to see it on camera, but there's just like micro scratches all over the screen. But it turns on. Like, it was actually funny. I was waiting for a buddy of mine, and I was actually gonna pull out my PSP and just kind of play it until he came or arrived. Sorry. And I noticed that I didn't have to charge it, so I was like, no. But I'm actually gonna turn this on for you guys. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see much of it. So yeah, it works just fine. Oh, no wonder it's not working. See? Works great. It's fine. So I'm actually gonna turn this off so I don't burn out the battery. But that's not the game that I was running. If you guys don't know, it was Crisis Core. I know I've talked about it on stream, but that's not the only game I got for it. The first two games I actually got for the console were these two guys, which I haven't actually unboxed yet. They're still in the packaging, which is impressive. Is Dexter and Kingdom Paradise. Now, let me talk about Kingdom Paradise here. I never made it past the first level. I still remember this game, Kingdom Paradise. I still remember this guy because I never made it past the first level. Nope. Absolutely not. Because I'm running around forever trying to figure out where to go, and it won't let me leave. And it keeps like giving me a message like, go here. I'm like, where do you want me to go? You know, so this is more like a personal thing. Like, it's like, I gotta beat you. Another game I did beat, and it's absolutely fun to play, especially if you're a fan of the Jak and Daxter series, is Dexter. Now, this game, Dexter, takes place in a time of like a few years before Dexter rescues Jak, and he takes up he's by himself. He needs to make connections, so he actually works for a exterminator company, and he goes through this quest, you know, exterminating all these bugs and stuff like that, and eventually finds Jak. But there's a lot of cool characters, a lot of cool things in this game. It's just if you guys are into PSP games, I would highly recommend you picking up this one, especially if you're into the Jak and Daxter series. Now, here is a game that is very relatable, since we are playing Final Fantasy VII right now. Is Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Now, thinking about Final Fantasy Crisis Core, this takes place before the events of Final Fantasy VII. And you don't follow the character Cloud. He does make an appearance in this game, but he does not make the appearance that you guys would think. But you follow the tale of his friend Zack, and how Cloud came across the Buster Blade. As you can see, Zack is actually, this is Zack right here. You just can't see his face, but that's Zack holding the Buster Blade. Yeah. You get to know more about the Buster Blade itself, how it came into how Cloud came into possession of it, the connection with Sephiroth. If you guys are into Final Fantasy, especially Final Fantasy VII, I would recommend picking this up if you guys have a PSP, because it does answer a lot of questions that you might have on Final Fantasy VII. But I've said it before in the game, that the game itself answers a lot of questions, so you're not entirely lost. Another game I picked up that I actually have no knowledge of. I just picked it up because I thought it looked fun, interesting, and it looked very similar to a Daxter game, which is Secret Agent Clank. I actually, I don't know if you guys can see him, but I actually have a little Clank figurine behind me when I'm streaming. It's actually a Secret Agent Clank figurine. Yeah. Interesting enough, that figurine came to me pretty cheap. Like, I only paid like $1 for it. Like I think it was like $1 or $2 for it. And it was interesting because I used to work at a dealership, and one of the mechanics I've been walking by like a few times. And I said, dude, I just simply asked him, like, hey, where did you get that? Where'd you get that Clank? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how do you know that? I'm like, oh, well, I'm a gamer. I played the Ratchet and Clank series. He's like, you know what? Give me a price and I'll sell it to you. And I'm like, I don't know, $5. He's like, it's yours. So I came in the next day with $5 bill and gave it to him, and I walked away with it. That's how I got that Clank figurine. So interesting little thing for you. Another game which I have never played But since I'm kind of getting into the Kingdom Hearts series, which I still need to play some more. Like I am still trying to get the ultimate weapon for the first game. I haven't even made it past the first game yet. Is I picked up this game, Kingdom Hearts Birth of Sleep. I have never played this game, so I'm looking forward to playing this and seeing how I do on this game. Now, the last game of this trio of all these games is a very special game. I didn't even know it existed until I was watching a buddy of mine's video, and he was doing an unboxing of showing his collection of gaming memorabilia, like T-shirts, and he's got a lot of this kind of memorabilia. The channel's name, the guy's name, my buddy, is Omega Ace Gaming. I will be leaving a link to his channel in the description below. Go check him out, guys. He's an amazing guy. Does a lot of retro style gaming. But that's where I discovered this game. Is I remember watching his videos, and immediately after watching that video, I went and looked for this game. Because one, he loves Castlevania. Ooh, I just gave it away. I'm just kidding. You just don't know what Castlevania it is, because there's so many Castlevanias out there. There's like Lords of Shadows, and Castlevania 1, 2, 3, 4, Super Castlevania. It goes on and on. But I was immediately intrigued by this after his description of this game, and I wanted to go play it. So I went on Amazon and I found it, and it was sitting in my save list for God knows how long, and I finally was able to purchase it. I can't wait to play it. I have a lot of games to go through on the PSP, but I can't wait for the day I get to this game, Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles. Like I said, I saw this on Omega Ace's collection video, and I was like immediately intrigued by it. So I was like, I'm gonna go pick that up. I'm picking that up, and it finally came yesterday. I was like, oh, it's here, and I owe it a lot to Omega Ace for showing us the in his collection that he had this, and I'm looking forward to playing it. I don't think it's the copy he has, because I think the copy he has was like a limited edition or something like that, and mine, I think, is just a standard. Actually, oh wow, it actually comes with 2 games on here. If I'm looking at the back, because I really didn't get a chance to look at the cover. I just like opened it, this looks like there's not very good lighting back here, because I can't really read. But yeah, it looks like there's definitely 2 games in here. I'm looking forward to playing it. Again, thank you, Omega Ace, for letting me know about that game. And again, guys, go check out his channel. Again, I'm gonna go check, leave a link in the description below. He plays a lot of retro style games. Like, he obviously plays a lot of the retro style Castlevanias. Like, he was doing a lot of Castlevanias that I didn't even know about, because I got the Castlevania collection, and he was playing games that were not in there, and I think that's awesome. He also plays like Mario, Kirby, just a whole lot of retro, Sonic. I think I saw him do a Sonic one. A lot of retro style video games, and he's amazing at them. like it comes to retro style games, he goes way above my skill level. But he's a very awesome guy. He's very nice, very cool individual. Go check out his channel, guys. But that's all I got for you guys on this video. If you guys like the video, go ahead and go down and give this video a thumbs up. If you like, let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel and you guys like what you saw, you guys want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Also, I have a Discord, guys. If you guys want to be a part of the community, I'll be also linking that in the description as well. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next one, on the next adventure. See you.